Hello, my name is Fabiola, and today I'm going to explain the preference for these toys for children and parents from a psychological point of view. So, we saw in our research that parents were choosing mainly construction toys, dress ups, dramatic play, puzzles. So, what does that have to be with the flow theory? I'm going to talk about this motivational theory, the flow. And I'm going to start with asking you a question as an educator. How many times have you seen the children so absorbed and engaged in play with each other or with one of those early mentioned toys and resources that your main role as an educator in that moment, in that time, is just to step back, observe, and enjoy what is happening? To me, it has happened a number of times through my career in early childhood, and I bet you have seen this scenario so many times. There is another scenario here for you. Children are suddenly engaged in construction. They are building a castle, like the ones here in the picture, or they are playing with each other with some blocks, like there are pictures as well, or they are probably building a train track. They are engaging in dramatic play with their peers. Suddenly, there are superheroes about to save Melbourne from a disaster. So they seem to be in this timeless frame of mind where nothing matters for them. They are with their peers, which are in a similar stage of development. They have the same language skills. They're in the same early childhood setting. They have similar exosystems. So they are understanding each other pretty well at all these levels. Time seems to fly. And when they get interrupted from a grown up, from their free play, they're called, I don't know, probably to group time, probably someone is picked up. They refuse to move away. They don't want to move away. They want to continue what they are doing because they were experiencing the flow. So the flow, it sounds like a very, very interesting word. When I saw the flow, we were going to be doing the flow, I just immediately related it to, those rappers, hip hop dancers, and which is probably related to because they might be experiencing the flow as well. So let me tell you a little bit about the flow, which was developed by Mihalyi Csikszentmihaly. So he is considered the father of the flow theory. The flow theory focuses on the states of mind when someone is highly engaged in what they are doing. Every aspect of our lives, physical body seems to disappear, and we get into this stage of ecstasy, like high emotions, like inner clarity. It means that we are knowing what we are doing, our hands move by themselves, we seem to know exactly what we want to achieve. That is the flow. Although Mihalyi refers to musicians, athletes, and highly skilled professionals, like in the video that we watched from him, everyone has experienced this state of flow. For example, when I'm chatting to my friends, suddenly 3 hours seems to have disappeared in thin air. I don't know if it has happened to you. Or when you can see the children playing by themselves or with their peers, when they're engaging in crafts, that's when I see a lot of flow happening. When they're digging a hole in the sandpit, they're searching for a treasure, they're bringing water, they're just making all this beautiful play experience. That is the flow. So Mihail also shows us this chart that is the charts of challenges versus skills. So there are some factors that affect the flow, and some factors are just next to the state of flow. So as you can see in the chart, the next levels are the arousal and the control. So arousal is one step closer to achieve that state of flow. When someone is aroused, they need some challenge or upskillings. So here is where we can approach a child that is interested in something, or as Vygotsky will have explained it, in their zone of proximal development. That's where we can scaffold a child's learning in order to help them get that more skill, to upskill, and to add challenge to their experience. And we can help them get to that point of flow. So the other area that is just next to flow is control. Here is where the children are comfortable with their level of skill, their level of knowledge. They know exactly what they're doing. So what we can do as educators here, as carers or as parents, is to add more challenge to the children or upskill them as well. So there are some factors that are detrimental for a child to achieve this state. If you see this chart, completely opposed to apathy, completely opposed to flow is the apathy, So when a child is presented with a toy or a learning experience that does not match their level of skill, for example, if you give 1,000 pieces to a 5-year-old or a 40 pieces puzzle to a 2-year-old, the child can build up on frustration, anxiety, and suddenly move away because this is completely undoable for them. So it's important to know our children, to offer times of uninterrupted play in your practice, experiences and resources that will match their level of skill, and just let the flow take over. See you. Thank you.